Hey guys, it's nearly the new year. Just a few days more and we are officially spending our time with our friends and relatives to enjoy this special Tet holiday in Vietnam. But here's an important question. Have you ever found yourself keep scrolling your phone, especially during the holidays? And no matter how much you try, you cannot keep your eyes off your phone, like scrolling TikTok or messaging friends, texting, etc. I mean, that happens to me a lot too. And to me, I feel it's a very boring way to spend your holiday, especially this very meaningful occasion. Because simple reason is that you may be saying there's nothing to do, right? For example, we go to our hometown, there are lots of children. If you're a little bit older, especially teenagers like me or a little older than me, then sometime, or not just older, if you're younger. And here's what I see all the time is that my cousins, I want to play with them, but they just want to stay and lie on the couch and watch TV together. And to me, that is a very boring way, extremely boring way to spend a holiday. Because we can watch TV all the time. Why do we have to spend this holiday to watch TV? Of course, I'm not saying that you cannot watch TV during the holiday, but there are many activities you can try to keep yourself entertained. So that's why in today's video, I will tell you how to keep yourself entertained during the holidays. Okay, so one of the first things you should do is create an action plan. So what does it mean to create an action plan? Creating an action plan or a to-do list means that, for example, it's the end of year 2023 and you have stepped in the year 2024. It's kind of similar to writing a diary, but if you do not want to write a super long diary and you do not have time, then a simple way to do this is just to create an action plan. And I have this tip for you to make it even more interesting, is that you can easily search on the internet questions forms to write inside your diary. For example, here's a diary. I have my diary right here, and you can easily write 3 words to describe my past year. And you write your 3 words. You can even try to explain them in your diary or just explain them inside your head. And the next question can be, if like your life is a story in the past year, then what title would you name your life, like your story? And there are many types of questions like this. Like, for example, what things that you regret about last year? How many friends you have made? What are the challenges that you faced last year? Etc., etc. Many of those questions. And you can even kind of like invite your friends or invite your family to do this with you. And after some silence, you guys can share with each other to kind of like understand each other more. This is a very meaningful activity to do by yourself or to invite your friends and relatives to kind of like do this activity together. Yeah. And you can even understand yourself too. But if you do not want to do this way, there's another type of way called a to-do list. So it's kind of like a list on which you will list out all the activities that you want to try and do in the next year. So that it's kind of like setting goals for yourself. I mean, setting goals is very important because normally, I actually think that people who set goals can actually achieve it easier than those who didn't set goals. Because, for example, if you set a goal for yourself that I have this goal is that I want to accomplish this task. I want to save up money to buy my new iPad or a new phone. Then you're setting a goal. and when you are like, you have the fire in you that you want to achieve it. But for those who did not set goals, you have goals in your life, right? And for those who did not have any goals, it's very sad for them. So I would suggest you to take some time during the new year, maybe like New Year's Eve. It's a very special time for your family to do all of those activities together. So number 1 is make an action plan, write a diary, and create a to-do list. Okay, so what is for number 2? Number 2 is learning a new skill or take up a new hobby. Why is this important? Because, for example, I don't remember exactly the quote, but there's a saying that said, you will never know whether you like it or not if you never try it. So, for example, I have this hobby. It's called crochet, right? I think girls, you probably know this. I'm not that good at crochet. So it's basically just a hook and you crochet into fabric, like a scarf or anything you want. So at first I thought it's hard and I do not have the courage to try crochet, but you never know whether you like it or not if you never try it. So I tried crochet and it turns out it's actually pretty easy to learn the basics and I'm actually hooked with it. So now I have like a small activity to do during the new year and even teach my cousins or my friends how to crochet too. Or you can learn a new skill during the new year. Maybe you will learn how to make bánh during the new year because maybe like you have seen your grandpa or grandma do this all the time, but you've never helped them. You just looked, right? So why this year? Why don't you step in the making process and help them with making it? I think this is a very meaningful activity to kind of like create a special bond between your grandparents and you. And you can also learn a new skill. For example, you can also, with your mom, learn how to cook this new food. I don't think she will say no, right? If you ask, hey, can you help me? Can you help me to learn how to cook this food? I don't think she'll say no. Of course, she'll say yes. Okay. And I guess that for number 3 on how to keep yourself entertained is cleaning day. Okay, so it may sound a bit silly, but I guess that during the new year, there will be 1 or 2 days that your mom or your dad will have a cleaning day. And I think that by helping them with cleaning day, then you can actually learn how to do housework better. And you can also learn how to maintain a better relationship with your parents. So yeah, I love cleaning day. So for example, it's actually kind of cool because you can never imagine how much trash are there inside your house. And I've never actually cleaned my entire room that detailed before. So there are many benefits. You can actually do a touch-up for your room. And I guess that activity number 4 you can try to keep yourself entertained is decorate your room. It may sound big, but there's nothing that special. Maybe your room is a little old. You can buy some paint to paint it, or maybe ask your dad to help you with repairing and repainting your room. For example, I see that, okay, my desk here is a little bit messy with so many books. So I will spend a day to put all my books down. Maybe there are some books that I don't use anymore. I will give it to charity or give it to someone who needs it. So yeah, you can do a touch-up to your room and decorate your room however you like it. And the next activity that would be very meaningful to try is to actually help a person. So for example, I think charity work during the new year is kind of cool. I've never tried actually real charity before, but if you have the opportunity or the chance to try charity work, it can be very meaningful, especially the holidays. I guess that those are all the activities you can try at home. I guess like those are very small activities you can at least try. And besides all of those, there are many other activities like creating a music playlist on Spotify so that you can actually open the music while you're cleaning the house or decorating your room also. Many fun activities you can try. So I hope this video can actually help you to reconsider how to better spend your time during the new year. I'll see you probably on New Year's Eve.